Protesters take cover under a bridge in central Baghdad as gunshots ring out. Scenes like these have led to strong political reaction. Religious leaders and politicians are taking the protest movement seriously. The Speaker of the Parliament, MOHAMED al-HALBOUSI, is now publicly backing the movement.
We must pay tribute to all the young heroes whose weapons were their words to convey their message, to all the institutions of the Iraqi state for the need to proceed with real reform and the need to pay attention to the people's livelihood.
Influential Shia cleric Muqtada al-Sadr also issued a statement saying that the government should be dissolved and new elections held. The Iraqi Prime Minister Adel Abdul-Mahdi appealed for calm, but his words are seemingly having little effect.
The promises by the Prime Minister are to fool the people, and they are firing live gunshots at us. This was a peaceful protest. They set up these barricades and the sniper is sitting right there since last night.
Grand Ayatollah Ali al-Sistani issued a letter which was read out by his representative, Ahmed al-Safi.
We hope that the voices of reason and logic can prevail for the best interests of the country. All the officials have the responsibility to make the right decisions to move forward. Everyone should be aware of the danger of excessive violence before it is too late.
The government says it's listening to protesters' demands and will hold an emergency session on Saturday. One of the main political blocs, Fatah, also issued a statement saying the government must implement sweeping reforms within 10 days. Other political blocs have boycotted the parliamentary session, saying it doesn't have an agenda it can implement, therefore it can't meet the protesters' demands. The age of the protesters has surprised many in Iraq, but with a young and often unemployed generation, it's perhaps unsurprising that frustration has turned to anger and anger into violence.
The trend seems to be that the protests are intensifying, and certainly they will continue. I think one question is whether the Arba'in celebrations or processions coming up might have some effect on breaking the momentum, but certainly there is a lot of momentum behind these protests.
In Baghdad, there are checkpoints every few hundred meters and mobile patrols drive through the streets. Tension on the streets remains high. Several countries have warned their citizens against travel to Iraq. Neighbouring Iran has shut 2 of its main border crossings with the country, and the United Nations has said that the government must open a dialogue with the protesters. But given no protest leaders have emerged, it's unclear who they'll open that dialogue with. Imran Khan, Al Jazeera, Baghdad.